one.
Do you want to do the? We can listen to that all day. And right now, we are joined by a holistic health practitioner who specializes in sound healing and
Kinesiology, nothing less.
Kinesiology.
Welcome to the show, Lisa
Welcome.
Oxford.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, what a beautiful start to an interview.
So before the interview began, I was going to tell you why you're one of the luckiest from the lot. Now, we know AI is out to get a lot of jobs, but the one job AI can never take is sound healing.
They can't heal us.
Yeah.
No.
AI can't heal. That's all on you. So, yeah. Congrats on AI not taking your job.
Oh.
Ours is gone. Like, just give it 5 more years and we're out there on the streets.
Well, I'm also a voiceover artist, and of course, it can copy your voice, can't it?
Not as well as that beautiful voice. Come on. So thank you so much for joining us. Can you start off by telling us more about what you do? The kinesiology, sound healing, and being a voiceover artist.
Okay, so I'm originally from an HR background, and due to the pandemic, I was ejected from that position, which was a blessing in disguise. And I just thought, I've got all these practices that I've spent so much money investing in myself, energy healing, sound healing. I'm a hypnotherapist. Why don't I just do Lisa? So I'm doing me, and it's been 3 years now, and I'm just living my best life, I have to say, without sounding cheesy.
So you were into sound healing, like you used to go for sound healing sessions before, like attended, and then you started practicing it?
Many, many years ago, I went to a yin yoga and a sound healing session and came away feeling completely different. And then I attended a retreat in Bali with a friend of mine. She ran it, she was from Dubai. And that was when I thought, you know what, she had one of these actually. And I just thought, I love this. And then just certain things happened. I actually learned, I didn't train in the sound, the white sound bowls, the chakra set that I play when I do my cacao and sound healing journeys, I taught myself. But then because everyone says, oh, where did you certify? Because you need a piece of paper. Then I went and did a certification. But I didn't learn anything more than I already was doing. Because I play by ear intuitively, not kind of like from a set. So I'm my main thing publicly is the cacao and sound healing journeys, which you guys experienced.
And love.
It was so beautiful. Like the whole experience, the whole journey of that. But can you explain to those who are, very skeptical of sound healing and, these forms of meditations and just practices, what exactly does sound healing do to your mind and body?
Okay, so lots of people that are skeptical, as you say to me, oh, I can't meditate, I can't do it, I can't switch off my mind. But with sound, it's so easy because you just lie there, I do everything else. You just need to breathe when certain sounds trigger you because you're out of resonance with them. Sound healing, if you imagine yourself like a radio, just like a radio, we get out of tune and out of balance. And what the sound does is it puts us back in balance through the energy centers, the chakras in the body. Sound has an impact on water, the bubbling up effect. Well, our body's made up of over 70% fluid and water. So basically it's bubbling you up internally, putting everything in motion and releasing everything, retuning your particular radio wave frequency back into alignment, back into frequency. So you feel yourself again. So you're back in harmony. Everything in life feels easy again. It's great for stress, anxiety, depression. It just makes you feel happy and more of a sense of well-being.
So you said something about chakras. So how many chakras do we have in the body?
Seven. So
and it tunes all of them all together?
It's a bit like an old-fashioned clock cogs that are spinning back, putting you back into alignments, back into balance with yourself. So, when we're out of balance, you don't sleep properly. You know what it's like when you're just like, ugh.
Yes.
You don't sleep properly, you feel anxious, everyone annoys you, you get really angry easily, maybe you cry more easily. Everything just affects you on a different level. So as soon as you're calm, and particularly I think in this region where everyone's so busy, stressed out. I mean, I have people come to sessions and they sometimes say to me, "Oh, I'm not sure I can come again. I've been sleeping so much." I'm like, and your problem is...
Yeah, exactly. That sounds like a blessing.
Yeah, because when you're relaxed, everyone thinks it's not normal, but actually that's the normal.
Yeah.
And then with the cacao, it's yummy, obviously. You remember drinking.
Oh my God,
yeah.
yes.
So this helps to also make you feel amazing. It increases the blood flow around the body, around the heart in particular, helps you to open up, release any stuck trauma and emotion that you're holding on to. It also activates tryptophan, which is the amino acid our body needs to produce dopamine and serotonin, the happy chemicals. So often, antidepressants, they activate serotonin in the body. So it's like you're having a cup of kind of like well-being,
yeah,
right?
Cup of happiness.
Happiness, yeah, in a cup. Hug in a mug.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, literally.
Maybe that mug. Let's fill it up.
You'd be pretty high off that one.
I'm sure you will chug it all down.
It also activates your, connects your heart and mind. So you can gain clarity in your life. Because, sometimes when you just feel a bit lost and, you're not sure what to do about a relationship maybe, or your job, or direction in life. So many people say to me, after the session, I know what I need to do now. I've got my answer. Because the answers are all deep within us. We're just so busy living that you don't often stop, reconnect with yourself, and then you know what to do. All those times when it's like, I knew I should have done that. But you didn't do it because you didn't stop and actually just check in with yourself and get the answer.
So these sessions, they practically cleanse your chakras, and does it cleanse your aura as well? And through that, are you able to just attract more positivity and more of because we did a session of manifestation before we got into your sound goals, right? So how did the two come into play?
Well, basically, it's once you're retuned and you're back in balance, you're going to feel happy again, aren't you? So when you're happy, you're positive about life. You're not going to be negative about life, are you? So it's not. I don't like to look at things as right, wrong, good, bad, positive, negative, because everything happens to you from what you're putting out, you're getting back. I mean, look, when I came out of the corporate world, we'd been in lockdown. I'd been giving sessions free online to globally. I was quite big in Kuwait and Pakistan and Brazil during lockdown.
These are 3 random locations.
Yeah.
And of course, all my friends back in the UK were tuning in, and obviously here. And people come to my sessions now off the back of meeting me online on Facebook and Instagram when I was streaming live from my living room with my cats running around behind me. It was hilarious. I had a chair, a bread bin, 2 phones propped up. All sorts was going on in the background, as you know when you're live streaming.
I saw the video of you just trying to stay so calm and zen, and the cat is
doing its thing, catting about. Well, so how do you think it's impacted you in your own personal life, and how long did it take for you to see changes within you that you're like, oh my God, I like where this is going and what it's doing to me?
Look, when I first started doing me per se, it was obviously quite stressful, setting up, being an entrepreneur, setting up your own business is always a little bit unsettling at first, because when you're used to, all my life, I've had a salary popping in my bank account at the end of every month. Now it was down to me. More recently, the big changes that I've noticed have been through Touch of Health kinesiology, which I've just certified with the IKC. Now that has been transformational in a big, big, big way.
What is
I
that?
love it.
It's the very first time hearing of this.
She's finding it hard to pronounce it.
Kinesiology?
Okay, she can.
Anyway.
She got me there. Can you clarify what kinesiology
So
is?
kinesiology, often people know kinesiology from when you talk to the arm and ask your arm questions. Should I eat this food? Should I not eat this food? Is it good for me? Is it bad for me? But what it does on a deeper level than this is, when you want to make a decision to do something, or the classic is you have a toxic person in your life. No, that's it. I'm done with them. And then you see your friends, oh, well, I didn't mean to, but it's because your body's not supporting you in your decisions. So once your body supports you in whatever it is that your head wants to do, life changes. So what we do is we come up with a goal statement as to what you would like to achieve better in your life, whether it's in your relationship, at work, focus, concentration, stop craving things, sugar maybe, caffeine, alcohol, whatever it is. We anchor that then into the body, and then when the body supports this, that's when your life changes. I guess it's not hypnotherapy, but I prefer this over hypnotherapy for making massive changes. Which I'm also a hypnotherapist, yes, but it's not my favorite.
Cup of cocoa.
No. Oh, exactly. Cup of cacao.
Yeah, sorry.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, right.
Ching. Oh, anyway.
Like my body was so ready for that sound.
Oh, sorry.
It's like angels.
You know, it's like home time for school. It brings that out from inside me. No, I wish it was that. It was way too intense, but it brings that same sense of joy.
I guess. No, not really.
Not really, no. Okay. Sorry, what were we going to ask?
I don't know now.
Okay,
Yeah, but
well,
like you said it anchors these, like, I don't know, what's the word? Like,
your goal
discipline
statements.
into your body, right?
Yes.
How does, like, what are a few tips, like, you can just share as to what you were taught on how that works? Because it's so difficult. Like, it's so much easier said than done, right? Like, when your body and your mind are in sync, like, you're able to do a lot of things.
Well, obviously, when I do this practice with you, I'll go through and balance all the muscles in the body, which are connected to the organs, right? And then you might be holding a memory from something that happened, traumatic, emotional in the past. Your mind's forgotten it, but it's stored somewhere in the body. Every cell in the body has a memory. So you're either vibrating back with the sound, or with the touch of health kinesiology, we're going through, we're finding where the root cause emotion is in the body, and we're detoxifying it and then balancing and strengthening all the muscles in the body to recognize whatever it is your goal statement, whether it's financial independence, like I said, whether it's stop craving sugar, you want to be more focused. You know, everyone's got their thing that's holding them back, you know?
Is one session enough, or do you recommend people come to you for like 3, 4?
It's up to you. I'm not one of these people that will sell you a package of things, because it's up to you what you want to do. You can come for one session, see how how things change, because you'll just notice that you'll be different. It might take a couple of days, it might take a couple of weeks, and then you'll be like, oh, actually, I'm reacting differently now in this situation, or I'm getting up more easily in the morning, or I'm actually going to the gym now. I've got a personal trainer. I'm not eating rubbish anymore. You know, I'm making more healthy choices. I'm getting that right body for me, finally, where I've been trying for years and years and years, and I just wasn't achieving it because your body wasn't supporting you and what you wanted to do.
Sorry, what were we going to ask?
I just want to ask, like, you have all these people who suffer from, like, bad muscle pains, back pains, leg pains, Alzheimer's. Do you feel like meditation and like these kind of holistic healing practices is like the right way to go for them? Like, you have your medical treatments, but then do you also need these treatments, more holistic ones?
The holistic treatments are becoming bigger and bigger now. That sound therapy in particular. I mean, I do lots of corporate events now because companies are starting to come on board with the whole, you know, looking after employees. And sound is a really...
About time.
Hello. Sounds really simple. You know, people say, oh, you know, I do a session for one of the 5-star hotels on the beach for the hotel guests once a week. And often people see the towels being laid out and they're like, oh, is it yoga? I'm like, no, it's easier than that. You just need to lie there. You know, so for corporates, as long as they, less effort, as long as, because everyone likes the easy way out, right? So everyone just lies down. As long as there's a space, or I'll rent one of the centres that I collaborate with. So it's really nice.
No, in terms of like for physical pain, like, you think it's something that, because I know like this is a lot of mental like
clarity.
Mental clarity, and helps you like overcome your obstacles like within yourself, but physically as well, can it heal you in that sense?
Yes, because pain's just stuck emotion.
Okay.
You think, you know, sometimes when you've got a neck or a shoulder pain, you can think, actually, I was just talking to someone on the phone just now, and it's probably not because you were going like this, probably because they're a bit of a pain in the neck.
Well, all these practices, how far back do they go in history? Like, where do they stem
Oh,
from?
thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And the cacao, that goes back thousands of years. And chocolate, there's actually a book on how chocolate can heal your life. Obviously, not Twixes and Mars bars, but. Sorry, Sim. Yeah, so. Damn it.
Oh my god, everything I know is wrong.
You're also the chocolate queen, right?
I am a bit of a chocolate queen.
Do you want to explain that story?
Well, the funny thing is, about 20 years ago, obviously I'm from the UK, but I lived in Perth for a while in Australia. When I moved to Dubai, which was a 2-week stopover, and then I ended up staying, it'll be 20 years in August.
Oh my god.
I know, right?
Wow.
I used to send big slabs of Galaxy back to my friends' children in Perth. They nicknamed me the Chocolate Queen. Who would have thought?
That is so
All
Look
these
at her
years
now.
later, I really would be.
They manifested this for you.
They did. They did. Do you believe in the power of manifestation?
100%.
Any tips for that and how to approach manifesting goodwill?
Well, I manifested myself out of my job. I was lying on a sunbed for 2 weeks after lockdown, thinking, after being at home, it was great. Well, I don't know, it was for me. Great, I could spend more time with my cats, working from home. It was lovely. And I was lying on a sunbed at the Waldorf thinking, I really wish I could spend more time at home. I really wish I could do what I love for a living. I really wish. July the 15th. Oh, it's your turn. And I was wearing a mask, obviously, because I was HR manager, so I'd obviously made some redundancies. And I remember my MD looking at me, waiting for me to react, and I was grinning behind my mask, thinking, okay, here we go.
Wow.
I did it.
Yeah.
I've done it. I didn't do it on purpose,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But when I look back, I'm thinking, yeah, of course I manifested it.
Yeah.
But you just have to, whatever it is that you want, you need to visualize it and imagine it and feel it and live it like it's reality now, because then your body will believe it. It's like when you go into an exam or something, you're thinking in your head, oh, I can't do it. Well, then you won't, will you?
Yeah.
If you're thinking, it's fine, I've got this. If you're confident about things, but this is the thing, as human beings, we're often not. So this is where the well-being of sound healing, cacao journeys, and then the Touch for Health kinesiology. If your body is in sync and supporting you, it's going to be fine.
So beautifully said. Now, before we wrap up the interview, just one last question. Anyone really struggling, what are the few tips you give all your clients? Like, it's a very generic thing, but something that's generic but works. Few tips to just like really center yourself.
Breathing and get yourself to something, whatever your thing is that makes you feel good. Whether it's a yoga session, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's a cacao and sound journey, whatever is your thing that you can make time for, but you have to make time for yourself, even if it's half an hour in the morning where you just sit on your balcony or in the garden and just have some time to just zen out and just be within yourself, connect.
Well said. Well,
So
if
beautifully
people want to look for you, where can they find you?
So my Instagram, obviously, Lisa Oxford Wellness. I do sessions at Kiani Wellness, which is in Almanara, beautiful centre. Yoga House in the Greens. We often do retreats, but now it's a bit too hot for that, so it won't be till probably October now in Almalaya. And where else? Oh, Prana House in Motor City.
Wow.
And I do lots of private events and corporate events, so people would need to contact me directly for those.
Amazing.
I need one of those, I'll tell you that much.
We all do. Guys.
Lisa, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on the show.
Of course, pleasure's all ours, I'll tell you that much. Guys, that is it from us. Casey's back tomorrow, but Simran will be here, same time, same place. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.